What is up, everyone? Welcome back. Today we're going to check out the Japanese band Nazaire. They are Issei, the drummer, or the former drummer from DID and Dim Lim's new project. From what I understand, they are in the Deathcore-like vein. Haven't had a chance to hear them. Had this pop up on the Baldmanreacts Facebook group. So I figured, why not? Let's do something new. And it's been a couple of days since I've done some VK. So let's go ahead and get into it, shall we? I'm not completely sure what to expect other than that it's probably going to be more aggressive and deathcore-like. So I'm looking forward to it. Let's go ahead and get into it, shall we? Don't know the name of the kanji. I don't know. So I can't read that, but I'm sure somebody will tell me in the comments. I would really appreciate that. Electronic textures, electronic percussion. Really subtle guitar textures there. I know their guitar player uses an 8 string. So I'll be curious to see how that translates into their sound. Definitely heavy. Really highly gated. Big, heavy riffs and sweeps. He's got a really strong, rich growl, but it's still pretty articulate. I like that. Very familiar deathcore grooves here. Really hear that 8 kicking in. Those big pitch harmonics. Oh. Really interesting clean range. I like his clean voice. I like that kind of stutter with the drums there. I like the electronics kicking in. Definitely get a little of that Animals as Leaders feeling in some of these riffs. Bit of a Shuga. Get a little bit of Ko in some of those vocal lines as well. Really cool slap work bass-wise. That's awesome. Solo was a lot of sweeping, but there were some cool little runs at the end of it. Really love that riff, though. The chorus is really strong, really pleasant. Certainly does a good job of contrasting the heaviness and the ferocity of the verses. That is a slick change. Wow. These guys' changes are so breakneck and abrupt that it actually really works. Dig it. Oh man, that's over already? Really? Oh, that was actually really good. really impressive, especially for a debut. Now, granted, knowing that it's Issei behind the kit, knowing his pedigree with DID and with Dimlim, I expect good things. But that was fantastic, man. That was a really strong listen. It's a really good introduction to the band. Hey, we're a new deathcore VK band and we are going to kick your ass. Really love just how breakneck and abrupt those changes are. Sometimes I want some seamlessness, but I like how off-putting and on edge some of those are and how they shift from passage to passage. It still ties in really, really well. And some of their transitions are utterly seamless. Like those last little bits of melodic goodness that went into that chaotic ending. Really enjoyable. Their singer has a ridiculous range. I hope that they write a bit more and play to that range because I really want to hear more of his voice. He's got a strong voice. You do get some of the Animals as leaders. You do get some of the Meshuggah. You certainly get a bit of the Duran Gray. And even hearkening to bands like Periphery, a little bit of Kill Switch, the other big metalcore, deathcore bands out there. Guitar players rolling with that headstockless 8-string. His sweeps are pretty clean. I'm not a huge fan of a ton of sweeps and solos, but he executes them really well. Some of the runs that he comes out of afterwards, and it certainly fits that chaos, that really nasty, chaotic feeling they want to have happen. It's like an old school death metal solo where they just blaze a bunch of notes really fast and come out of it. Only they mix in about 4 or 5 sweeps and then it really quickly and blaze through it. It's a really cool track. It's mixed very, very, very well. There's some really outstanding bass work where he's playing with the fact that he's playing fingers and that he's using his fingers to play, and he's doing some really killer hammer on and pull off stuff. Sounded awesome. I love the fact that they mixed it so well that you can hear it. Love being able to hear tasty bass work like that in a far more aggressive context. These guys are really good, and I certainly want to hear more of them because they sound like they have a ton of potential. And so certainly please keep me up to date on these guys. Let me know if there's new stuff out because I want to hear more of them. Get my hands on a record when it comes out, because if the rest of the record is anywhere near as good as that was, I'm going to enjoy the hell out of it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I'm sure you Devilith and Nocturnal Bloodlust fans will probably like this if you haven't had a chance to hear it yet. So let me know what you think. Thank you for the recommendation. It's awesome. Really enjoyed that far more than I expected to. Good stuff. Hope you're all doing well. I love you guys. I will get more content up for you coming up here shortly. Thank you to my law enforcement, military veterans, and first responders for what you do every single day. As always, you have been awesome. I have been Baldman. I'll see you in the next one. Be excellent to each other. Keep that banging.